of the bill, and it is introducing Section 117A, provide exceptional circumstances under which persons not otherwise subject to military law may be tried in the court-martial. And this is in compliance with the advisory order that was given in the Supreme Court judgment on page 199 of the judgment. Section 117D on page 46 prescribes specific offenses that bring a person who aids and abets under the jurisdiction of the court-martial, and also introduces the element of conspiration. These offenses, they are murder, aggravated robbery, kidnap with intent to murder, cattle rustling, treason, and misprision of treason. Section 117A, E to F, on page 46. It introduces Schedules 7A and 7B, specifying arms, ammunitions, or equipments ordinarily the monopoly of the defense forces, and classified stores. And for ease of reference, 7A is at page 73 of the bill, and then 7B is at page 76. Clause 35 on page 49 introduces Section 192 to establish the unit court-martial in each unit of the defense forces, its compositions, qualifications of chairperson, who should be a holder of a bachelor's degree in law and a diploma in legal practice. It also provides for the jurisdiction of the court to try offenses whose sentence do not exceed 5 years. It also provides for an appeal from a unit court-martial to lie to the general court-martial. And the composition is the chairperson and 2 other members. And when there is a matter of law, the decision of the chairperson is final. Clause 36 on page 52 to 53 introduces Section 196, which establishes a division court-martial in each division or equivalent formation chaired by an advocate of the High Court, who will be appointed in consultation with the Judicial Service Commission. It provides for the composition and qualification, and the division court-martial also have jurisdiction to try an offense or any other written law other than an offense in respect of which the maximum penalty is death. The same clause provides for appeals from division court-martial to the general court-martial. Clause 38 on page 54 introduces Section 195 to establish the general court-martial, which shall be headed by a person qualified to be appointed a judge of the High Court, and who shall not be below the rank of Brigadier General. 2 members who shall be advocates of the High Court and not below the rank of Colonel. 2 senior officers who shall be advocates of the High Court, and such other advocates as may be determined by the High Command. The quorum of the General Court-Martial also is by 3 members, the chairperson and 2 other members. And the same clause provides for a panel. It provides for panels at the General Court-Martial so that at different times we can have different panels sitting at the same time. Clause 38.2 on page 54, members of the General Court-Martial shall be appointed by the High Command in consultation with the Judicial Service Commission. Clause 38.5 on page 55, it grants the General Court-Martial original and limited jurisdiction to try any offense under this Act and any other written law by persons subject to military law. The same clause 38(14) on page 56 also provides for appeals from the General Court Martial to the Court of Appeal of Uganda. In compliance to the Supreme Court ruling, Honorable Chair, clause 45 is also introduced on page 57 to bring in the following. Section 202A on page 57, which provides for the judicial oath to be taken by members of the court martial, shed 6A at page 72, and this is the same as that in the Constitution at page 233. Section 202B on page 57, which establishes a military court department appointed by the High Command, which shall be responsible for the administration of justice within the defense forces. Section 202C at page 58 provides for independence and impartiality of the court martial. Section 202D on page 58 establishes a disciplinary committee responsible for the discipline of the members of the Military Courts Department and its appointment in consultation with the Judicial Service Commission. And the committee is composed of a chairperson who shall be qualified to be a judge of the High Court and 2 other members who shall be advocates of the High Court. And clause 63 on page 63 introduces section 233(2) to provide for appeals from General Court Martial to the Court of Appeal of Uganda. Those are the amendments to comply with the Supreme Court ruling that have been captured to enable the court martials conform with the Supreme Court decision.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable Chair and Honorable